The mother of the son with cerebral palsy gave birth to a sister without telling him. Looking at this perfect little life, Chun-hee's eyes were full of envy. When he wanted to touch his cute sister, Mom rushed out of the toilet. He pushed Chun-hee aside, as if he would hurt his sister. He bit his trembling lower lip sadly. Only his grandmother saw this grievance, because his parents only had his sister in their eyes. Chun-hee felt more and more inferior to his defective body. When he found a job in a cafe, he felt respected for the first time. This feeling of being treated as an ordinary person was what he dreamed of, because Chun-hee's joining the cafe received widespread attention from the society. But as time went on, Chun-hee found that things were not what he thought. The owner of the cafe just used his cerebral palsy to hype him up.
我们咖啡馆即将推出一款爱心牛轧糖，是由我们脑瘫员工刘春和亲手制作的。
He wanted to win the sympathy of the customers. He thought he had won this job by his own efforts, but behind it was only the motivation of interests. The dignity that Chun-hee had finally picked up was trampled on by reality. Luckily, Chun-hee still had a girl he liked. When he appeared in front of the girl with nougat in his hand, the broken heart seemed to be healed. On the noisy street, Chun-hee tentatively stretched out his trembling fingers, but the girl deliberately avoided him. He approached the girl again and held her hand, but she drew back as if she had been electrocuted. Then, the girl left in the name of going to the toilet. She walked to the distance and waved goodbye to Chun-hee. Chun-hee finally knew that she was also afraid of other people's strange eyes like others. It seemed that the word happiness would never touch him. He returned home with 2 packets of nougat, looking at the beautifully packaged candies in front of him. Its packaging is so beautiful, but it is as useless as himself. Chun-hee peeled one and put it in his mouth. He ate another before he swallowed the first one. His hard-earned job and the dignity he regained, the candies he made by himself, and the girl he loved in his heart emerged in his mind. All of this was shattered like a dream. All the bitterness and unwillingness surged into his heart at this moment. So even if he was choked and had difficulty breathing, he still tried his best to stuff it into his mouth.
有人抓住了啊！哎呀，你这是什么猪？燕儿，这你可是疯了你！
When he woke up again, he saw his mother crying heartbreakingly for him. At this moment, he had just finished the operation and couldn't speak. He could only listen quietly to his mother talking about his guilt. It turned out that on the day Chun-hee was born, since this was her first childbirth, she won't push during labor. Because of the squeezing, excessive effort led to Chun-hee's disability. Mother cried and told Chun-hee about her guilt towards him over the years. He raised his hand with difficulty and touched his mother's head to forgive her. When he returned home after being discharged from the hospital, reality also brought him a ray of hope. When Grandma mentioned the express he received during his hospitalization, Chun-hee stumbled to the desk. The blue file bag contained the first complete puzzle in his broken life.
外婆，外婆，
啥事啊？
你看，时代饶我了。
你可以当老师，你出师范大学。
Thousands of days and nights of hard work, condensed into a concrete answer at this moment. Suffering has never been a medal, but hope is always a compass. This boy proved that the hardness of the soul is far greater than the body. A wheelchair cannot trap a flying soul. Life is like a long rehabilitation training, a cycle full of stumbling and struggling. But if you accidentally fall to the bottom, you might as well hold on a little longer. After all, the situation will not get worse.